Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. There's quite a few news to go through, but the biggest news that is doing the rounds at the moment is this one, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking: Gittens has torn his hamstring and will be out long term, says Rosenior. We saw that Gittens was substituted earlier on in the match against West Ham, and obviously we were all worried that it looks like a bit of an injury, but we didn't know the extent of it. Well, now definitely know the extent is quite detrimental, and he's gone most likely for the rest of the season. Now, the crazy situation here is, look, first of all, I wish him all the best in terms of his recovery, but in all honesty, are we really going to miss him? He's not really provided anything for us. He's not really played that many minutes. So in terms of impact, I don't really think we're gonna lose out on much. But at the end of the day, it's still a body. We are short in numbers in the wing position. Esteval Willian, he's not always playing. He's still Liam Rosenior, along with Enzo Maresca. They were both, I'd say, making sure this young kid is slowly but surely adapting. He's now going to have to play a lot more minutes with no Gittens. Pedro Neto, you know, he plays predominantly all the matches, but he also has an injury record behind him. So we got to make sure that we don't always utilize him. You don't want to overutilize Pedro Neto to the point where you break him down, and he works real hard on and off the ball. And then last but not least, it really leaves Garnacho. Garnacho is the one where the fan base is quite, I suppose, ruthless, and rightly so. Garnacho, to be honest, there are times he does well, there are times he does absolutely disgustingly poor. So right now in the wing position, besides Esteval Willian, who I said is a kid who's an 18-year-old, and there is a time for adaptation, besides that, there's not really much other options. Pedro Neto is one I like, but the fan base is not hugely impressed by Pedro Neto. They want more from Pedro Neto, and rightly so. It's fine. I understand that. I just value the off-the-ball work rate a lot of Pedro Neto. The wing position has always been a problem this season, and now put another spanner into the mix with Gittens gone. So what I want to understand here, ladies and gentlemen, is Gittens' injury took place before the end of the January transfer window. And you know where I'm going with this. Tariq George. Tariq George is a player that, from a youth level, played as a winger. Yes, for Chelsea Football Club has played as a false nine, but predominantly he's a winger. We knew that there is some level of injury with Gittens because the West Ham game happened prior to the window closing. Yes, we might not have known the extent of the injury, but we knew there is some level of injury with Gittens. Why did we still sanction Tariq George's departure to Everton? Why? Now Tariq George has gone to Everton. We can't call him back because transfer window is closed. I'm pretty sure you can't recall players back after the transfer window is closed, right? I mean, even if, let's say, we have an injury situation like the way we did for Liam Delap earlier on in the season, we had to call back Mark Gue, but the transfer window was open. I don't think we can do this sort of business now. So once again, who's calling the shots? The planning of all of these things. Now we are short in the wing space. We've got a lot of games coming up for the rest of the season. Big games as well. Who's going to make up the numbers in the wing? You're going to have to start thinking about bringing someone from the academy. Kavuma McQueen. You're going to have to think about maybe giving him an opportunity. Jesse Derry. Because, or else you're going to, Garnacho, Pedro Neto, Esteve, you're going to just run him to the ground. They're going to have to play all the time. And on top of that, now you're going to have to rely on Garnacho to actually deliver. And we've seen so far, there are times he can do well, but there are large amount of times where Garnacho simply cannot perform, especially for Chelsea Football Club. A top club like Chelsea, you need a ruthless winger. For God's sakes, we used to have the likes of Eden Hazard once upon a time. Even the likes of Willian and Pedro. They were still top quality. And we used to complain about them back then. Now the players we have, they're not even at any level. Besides Estevar Willian, and as I said, I like Pedro Neto. I know a large portion of the fan base don't like him. There's not much else going for us in the wing spot. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. As I said, don't think Chelsea are going to lose any impact off the back of Gittens' long-term injury, but it's another body short. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think is going to, are we even going to are we bothered? Are we going to suffer? What's the alternatives? Let me know in the comment section how you'd go about it. And what do you think about Tariq George? Knowing that there was an injury, we still let Tariq George leave. Let me know what you think about all of that. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, more injury news. Dario Essugo is ruled out until March. Another player we brought in to cover Caicedo. And it's been a complete write-off. Another player that seems to just be injured on a regular basis. And he had injury concerns in his previous club as well. Not Sporting, but I think in Getafe. He was Getafe or Levante, one of those teams. He was on loan there. And there was injury concerns there as well. We'll see what happens with Essugo with seasons to come, but this is giving me Romeo Lavia vibes. Lavia is another one. Consistently injured. We've got too many players like this. Too many players where we seem to manage. And it's putting us in a very, very compromising position. I don't want to be going to matches like Arsenal and have all of these issues lined up. Next season, we need to plan a lot better. We need to purchase a lot better. Because as I said, there's just way too many players that we have to manage. Next season, and I know I say this every season, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any excuses. But next season, please, can we please try and go for the Premier League? Can we please try and win as many silverware as possible? The only way you're going to be able to do it, you need players that are going to be fit. Out till March. We're in February. Early stages of February. And this guy's out till March. By the time March comes around, you might as well just don't worry about it. You've missed way too much football this season. You might as well just look forward to preseason. You got to first get over the injury, then you've got to get match fit. And there's some crunch matches coming up. Tosin has returned to training, but Chelsea are keen not to rush and cause further injury issues. Please. You're one brother that I'm definitely not rushing you back. You take your time. You're not a good defender. You coming back, yeah, I'm happy for you, but it doesn't fill me with any joy anyway. Oh, Chelsea's defense is going to be now rock solid with Tosin back. Yeah, I don't think so. And furthermore, take your time, Tosin, is because welcome back, Mamadou Sarr. Mamadou Sarr, ladies and gentlemen, is training with Chelsea. We'll see whether he features against Wolves during the weekend. Fitness shouldn't be the problem. He's played AFCON champion. He's been playing for Strasbourg. It's just a matter of now getting used to the system. And that also should not be a problem because he knows Liam Rosenior very well. So let's see if Mamadou Sarr starts against Wolves. It is definitely a booster in defense. No doubts about that. What type of impact it really has, time will tell. But yeah, now I don't want to see the likes of Tosin, the likes of Buddy Shield. Unnecessary. Chalobah, Wesley Fofana has been a standout for me in recent times. And then include Mamadou Sarr in the mix as well. Liam Rosenior in the press conference goes on to say Palmer and Estevao are ready to play 90 minutes versus Wolves, says Rosenior. We need these two to play as much as possible. Big games in the Premier League, big games in the Champions League, FA Cup just around the corner. Maybe we don't have to use them in the first, in these early stages of the FA Cup. Bench players should be able to take care of things, but we need Cole Palmer and Estevao to fire, especially Cole Palmer. It's been a topsy-turvy season. It was a topsy-turvy season last season. Cole Palmer now, a lot of the people are talking negatively about him. I still think he's a supremely talented player. But the noise that's coming outside, whether it's rival fans, whether it's our own fans, there is a conversation that needs to be had now. He has been poor for a very long time. Yes, injuries have hampered that, 100%. But at what point can we start saying, Cole Palmer, brother, you need to start delivering for Chelsea. You're our big attacker. Yes, we found ways to win without him this season, sure. But a team with Cole Palmer, Chelsea Football Club with Cole Palmer is a lot stronger. But he needs to be effective or else it don't matter. Estevao as well, like we need him. Yes, he's a kid. Lot to put on a kid, right? But we need this guy to absolutely smoke things up. I fully expect both of them to start against Wolves. Big game, huge Premier League game. Let's get the 3 points. Only way we're going to get these 3 points, we need players, quality players to play on a regular basis. Liam Rosenior on Garnacho criticism. I've spoken to all the players. I don't know where the criticism comes from. Garna had a difficult half against West Ham, but he showed some really bright moments coming on against Arsenal. I don't know what bright moments he's talking about. As I said, Garnacho is a type of player. Sometimes he's good, but predominantly is not Chelsea level. We all knew this from the get-go. The only thing I can praise Garnacho is all of the online shenanigans he was up to in Man United. He's not doing that here. And I appreciate him for doing that. But in terms of footballing quality, yeah, it's not anything to really hype about. He's going to have to deliver for us. He's another one. He has to deliver. There's no Gittens. He's going to get a lot of game time, Garnacho, and he must deliver. Such a horrendous piece of business, man. Garnacho, Gittens, so much money spent and just not enough impact. Simply not enough impact. I get Liam Rosenior has to protect his player, of course. But I'm pretty sure deep down Liam Rosenior, if he's somewhat of a good manager, he's probably thinking, yeah, this guy's not the answer. We need far better quality in the wing position, especially for Chelsea Football Club, man. Having players like Garnacho and Gittens is just an insult to the club. And it's a testament to how the club is run. I didn't want any of these players. And there's a rumor that's gone around. Apparently the players are not passing to him because they don't feel the trust or the confidence. And it might be true. Players don't want to give other players passes if they don't feel confident about that player. If they feel every time I pass it to this guy, all he's going to do is just get us into trouble. They try and avoid. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they're all trying to help each other out. They're all trying to boost each other up. It only helps for the squad to succeed. But if it is truly the case where a lot of these players are not passing to Garnacho, well, it's only going to, smash Garnacho's confidence to smithereens. But this is the situation we're in. This is the stupid situation we're in. The lack of quality in the wings. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Hype as well. And comment about everything we spoke about. Till next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.